And welcome back. What I'm fixing to do here is I'm fixing to filter the water in this because it's had Dexcool in it. I've got these turned up. That's somewhat unconventional, but I'm not wanting to add on to my factory hose, and that way I can make this work by turning them fittings up. You do want to pay attention to the in and out, just like if you're filtering house water. No reason not to just use a home house filter to complete this task. I mean, if you got a dirty cooling system, this is the best way. What you want to do is go down to Walmart, let's get the cheap, great value, and 30 micron. You don't want 5 micron rope filters or anything like that, because it'll slow your water down too much and you won't have any heat. But put that in there. You'd see that's just a cheap paper filter material, 30 micron. There's no rocket science to that. This is a GE Smart Water whole house filter from Home Depot. They're like 20 bucks. I mean, they sell WINS machines to filter this stuff. You know, I don't know, they're up around $2 grand for a WINS machine, I think. Or you can lease one. Why do that when you can have a few of these units around and just move them from, you know, vehicle to vehicle? You're not going to leave it on there permanently. You're just going to leave it on there a little while. Just long enough to, you know, get all the crud out of your cooling system. And it's probably going to slow your water down. You're not going to have as good a heater core as you did have right after you flushed it, because this is going to slow it down some. And of course, when I'm tightening this up off camera here, of course, when this filter stops up, you're going to lose heat. When you lose heat, you know your filter stopped up. When it quits heating, you don't have any heat. Just plan on changing your filter. And like I said, just pick these up. They're $5 for a 2-pack. It's cheap. It's the best way to do it. And again, pay attention to your in and out. I am going to just cut a new piece of hose to go from the heater core over to this unit. That's probably a little longer than necessary, but I'd rather cut something a little too long and not have enough. I'm going to put my factory heater hose clamp back on the vehicle where it goes down to the heater core. Just don't get your hand caught in it. Some people don't like these things. They don't favor them too much. I actually don't mind them. I mean, other than dropping them. They're just quicker to move when you have to take them off in a hurry, as long as they're not in a real tight place. Tell you what, it'd be smarter to put it on the end that goes on there, so I ain't got to move it so far. That end's going on the inlet to the heater core. Lay this out of the way. Put this clamp back on. A lot of people fuss about these factory clamps. I'll tell you something, I like them better than a screw clamp because they don't distort the hose. They clamp evenly all the way around the hose, and I like that. Okay, that would have been nice if it had been turned a little better, but this is temporary. All right, this is your big hose coming from your engine, so we're going to run that to the inlet on this filter right here. You ain't got to worry about getting it on there 100% all the way, but it is. That one is. That ain't going nowhere. Forget to put your other hose clamp on. Lay this little filter back here. Push that side on. If it's hard, you could soak the end of this hose in some hot water and a coffee cup of hot water for a minute. Make it a little easier to push on. This will work on any vehicle, anything where you got room for one of these under the hood, and just about everything does. Now, your water from your engine is going to come and go into this filter, come from this filter and go into your heater core and back to your engine. Like I said, when this stops up, you're going to lose heat again. But, you know, how many times do you want to flush your heater core? I'll flush this one a dozen. This vehicle had Dex Cool in it originally, and I'm going to pull the camera here and show y'all a little better. See, I'm coming from the engine, going into the filter, I'm going into the inlet side, coming out, going into the heater core, then it comes out, going back into the engine block. And just tuck it down in there and crank your vehicle and purge your coolant system. And that's about all there is to it. I'm going to crank this one and purge it right now for a minute. It's circulating. There's a purge button right there on the top of that filter. You can hold that purge button down and let some water run out of it so you get all the air out of it. I don't know if y'all can see that water running out of that purge button or not. That's good. Okay, well that's it on this video. Anyway, if you got a dirty coolant system, you keep losing heat in the wintertime, flushing your heater core, and repeated flushing, keep having trouble, go pick up one of them $20 filters at Home Depot. Get these cheap Elements, 30 micron. Don't get anything any better than that, because it'll restrict your flow too much, because there's not much pressure on the system. I mean, those filter housings are good for, I don't know, 60 psi, something like that, household pressure. Well, this is a lot hotter, but we're talking 14 or 15 psi, you know, 16 at the most. That's fine. It's great. You pick up these fittings right here, and the filter, everything at Home Depot. You could even get the Elements at Home Depot, but they're going to cost a little more. Look, less than 30 bucks, and you got something comparable to flushing this thing with a wind system. Just leave this on there, drive it around for a couple of months. Change the filters a couple of times. When your filters don't get dirty anymore, you got a clean coolant system. You can leave it on indefinitely if you want to. It doesn't matter. I'll pull this one off in a couple of months. Probably. But anyway, that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good day.